Well, imagine making it through chemo or radiation after facing breast cancer, only to discover you have an additional medical issue as a result, and insurance won't cover one of the treatment costs. Now, Sharon Payne of Bra Couture, that's her right there on the cover of Her Life magazine this month, and Dr. Jamie Wagner explained what is being done to help those in need. Talk to us through these complications that people go through when they're battling breast cancer.
Well, I'm going to leave that to Dr. Wagner, but I'm going to start with telling you about our involvement.
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you, KCTV5, for having us part of Take 5 to Care. Probably since our second year, and we're going into our 9th year, we became aware of how women suffer from lymphedema-related conditions as a result of their breast cancer. And then we discovered that the compression garments that women have to wear because of the lymphedema condition are not covered by insurance. And so I went to KU and I said, we want to provide lymphedema garments for uninsured women in our Patients in Need Fund at Missy's Boutique. And then from there, it just, with the University of Kansas, it just exploded because they decided we actually need to have, KU decided we need to have a lymphedema services practice, and they hired Dr. Jamie Wagner, who at the time was with MD Anderson. And she's been here in Kansas City, and so originally when she got here, we bought this $35,000 measuring machine from Germany for KU, and some smaller portable measuring machines that she uses. Over the years, then we just increased our Bra Couture has increased our support of lymphedema services at the University of Kansas Hospital. We also provide these same lymphedema garments at Truman, at Sarah Cannon, through Cancer Action. But we just are donating to KU, creating a $50,000 fund, Patients in Need Fund, that will be specifically housed within the lymphedema services practice with Dr. Wagner, specifically for uninsured patients to help them. And now she can best tell you how that money will be used and why it's important.
Yeah, and kind of tell us what lymphedema is, because I obviously, you know, with the cancer diagnosis, I think that's a big enough battle in its own, but then to have to deal with side effects of the treatment of that big battle is something completely different.
So a important component of what we do with the breast cancer treatment is evaluate lymph nodes, or sometimes remove lymph nodes as part of the local treatment. Whether we're testing just the first few, or we have to remove more extensive within that armpit area, or what we refer to as the axilla. So anytime we're taking out those lymph nodes, it alters the flow of the lymphatic fluid in that arm. And as a result, you can have a backup of the flow, and therefore your body will start to push it out into other areas, and so you start to get swelling in your arm, is essentially what happens. But the problem with this type of fluid is it's protein rich, so it can start to build up and make the arm feel very firm, which unfortunately leads to other problems like higher risk of infection, limited use of your arm, pain, which down the road leads to a change in quality of life for these women. So although we're making survivors, we're unfortunately impacting their quality of life. And what this very generous gift from Sharon, as well as the Bra Couture KC, has provided are these more advanced tools that we can now use for women. And as a result of her gift about 5 years ago, it really helped launch the program.
And it's time for KC fashion designers to get designing art bras for 2019. Go to bracouturekc.com for details on how to have your design on the runway.